Greetings, Guardians, and welcome to the Voice of the Vanguard. Today with me, Sully from Sully Games. Say hello, Sully.
Hello, Guardians.
And today we're going to be talking about Beyond Light. It's here. We've played it. We beat the campaign.
Finally.
Did all the content. Everything is complete. There's nothing left to do.
I don't know about that.
this is a big ass content drop, dude.
It is. I was honestly very surprised, with how much, quest lines and, other things there are to do, after the campaign has been finished. Because if I remember correctly, after Shadowkeep, there really wasn't, a whole lot
Well, it got into the
going
season
on.
of the Undying.
And that's the thing, we haven't even started the season yet
Yeah, we
for
haven't even
Beyond
started
Light.
season of Hunt yet. Yeah.
Like,
Varix's thing is completely separate from the seasonal content drop.
yeah. And then same thing with the Exo Stranger,
yeah,
all of her stuff. And her, I don't know how far you've gotten with Exo Stranger on that. But I mean, honestly, I think that's probably my favorite part so far in terms of
learning
lore
her
of
past.
this. Just her past, Clovis Braid's past, it's so it's really good. I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. I want more of this.
We got a question from our chat. KWS Gaming asks us, how tired is everyone?
Pretty tired. I didn't get to bed. It's been a lot of late night grinding. The past few nights, I probably haven't gotten to bed until 3 a.m.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Just grinding out bounties and I've been trying to knock out some of these quest lines just so that I'm not just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
When
I've been actually going to bed at a reasonable hour. I've been trying to go to bed at 10 o'clock every night. Last night was the only exception. Where I stayed up until
trying to be a responsible adult.
And yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
New content drop. That goes out the door.
Listen, if I had 2 weeks of vacation, I would have taken them right now. But no, I have 2 days, and one of them is for a wedding, so.
No, yeah.
I submitted one for Monday. It hasn't been approved. I don't know if I should stay home or just go to work. I don't know, but we'll see.
I mean, I got really lucky with Beyond Light coming out in November to when I was able to just take all this time off. And it worked out because Beyond Light has a lot more content in it than I was honestly really expecting. I also really wasn't expecting the grind to get to 12:30 to be as long. Granted, we have 2 weeks, so I think everybody's gonna be fine to get to that 12:30 mark. But
yeah, I might be cutting it pretty close. I'm gonna have to force myself to stay up late some nights. Because I'm at
what are you at right now?
I'm at 12, 14, something like that without the artifact.
Okay. Is that your main character?
That's probably my hunter. I'm gonna screw up the entire stream trying to look this up now. Alright, so what we got here? We got 12, 11, and 5 8s on the Titan, and 12, 13 on the Hunter.
Okay. What about Warlock?
11, 43, and 2 8s, and I haven't even. No, 11, 35, and 2 8s, and I haven't even touched it yet.
Okay. Because the Warlock will end up being your highest. And then you're gonna want to take your Warlock in on Tuesday to get all the powerful and pinnacles. And then you'll have once again you'll have all the engrams from Hawthorne to pick up. And I feel there's gonna be one more activity with Season of the Hunt to kind of help boost
whatever Osiris and Crow has in store for us.
Yeah, I think that will kind of be a boost. It'd be 1 or 2 more activities to kind of help with power. So I think everybody's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I still have a bunch more I need to play today, and I haven't touched Warlock yet, and Yeah, I don't know. I guess I should just be ignoring these Beyond Light quests and stuff and just do work out the pinnacles and
I
powerfuls. But
would I would run through with Warlock, and then whatever free time you have before weekly reset, I would spend on because most likely you're taking your Titan in for day one, right?
I'm hoping to,
Would be
yeah, because I don't think we
would be
have a
my
lot of
guess.
Titans to come in.
No, I think you're gonna be the only Titan.
Yeah.
So then after whatever free time you have left is when I would knock out like all the extra side stuff for Beyond Light.
Well, at least the stasis powers, because I
Yes.
probably have what, one grenade extra that I got. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't gotten
And
a whole lot.
the fragments, because I'm still working on my first fragment on my Warlock. Dude, they're tedious, man. Like,
Yeah.
and like, because I picked Vanguard and I have a Crucible one. I ended up just going to like Nightfall just because I was getting tired of running that dumb strike on the Tangled Shore with the Witch. That thing would pop up like every time.
Oh,
I'm like, okay,
brutal.
I'm
I haven't
tired.
gotten that yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm like, dude, I hate that strike with a passion. And I'm like, all right, I'm not running this strike. I can tolerate running the Omnigul strike. It's new. And there's like decent amount of enemies and stuff. So like, I just been running that left and right.
So I'll be talking to the chat a lot if they have a lot of questions for us. So JD asks us, how do you even get the other stasis grenades or stasis abilities to make it more broad? And from what I understand, that after the campaign, Exo Stranger has a bunch of quests to give to you, and you just complete
Yeah.
those, and throughout that quest line, she gives you more and more abilities that you can use. So that's how you do that. For anyone else wondering.
So to make it like a little bit more easier. So after like the campaign's done, and obviously like finish like EXO will hand you like all of her like side stuff is like her like all the grenades, but she'll also hand you a quest to where you have to then get 5 shards and you have to destroy them with the Salvation's Grip exotic grenade launcher, which it's real easy. It will take you like maybe like 8 minutes to find 5 of them. Just pull up a YouTube video and boom.
I don't know when you want to talk about it, but we gotta talk about that mission.
Yeah, we will.
We won't spoil anything, but we'll say how.
That mission was really good.
Yeah.
But like once you get the 5 like fragments things destroyed with Salvation's Grip, she'll then have like another like quest line for you type thing, and like she offers like 2 fragments a week. And I don't know if you can actually pick double Vanguard or like double Crucible or whatnot, but I do know do not delete one of them. So like if you would happen fragments, they're like to help kind of like your subclass like stats stuff. Like it's like you get like an increase in
sub. That stuff yet.
Yeah, like that's what I've been working on. But yeah, if you would happen to pick one that like you just don't want to do, don't delete it because then you lose it. And same thing with Adored right now. I don't know if there's a bug with it, but once you unlock Adored, I would lock that weapon because you can't pull it from collections right now. And that's a really good PvE sniper right now. That's probably my favorite PvE sniper.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten Adored yet. I really haven't been working on it though. I picked the Vanguard one, so I just need to pull out a sniper and just farm a strike too.
Okay. Yeah, I just got done with the ornament for the Vanguard right before we went live. So
yeah, there's a lot going on in this game.
It's nice.
Salvation's Grip gun. The mission itself is really good. The ghost has a lot of personality that comes out that you don't really see. I think just go ahead.
In general, I think this entire like Beyond Light campaign and just like expansion, I think they did a really good job of like letting Nolan North have like it feels like the ghost like has like a personality now.
Yeah,
Like
it's
he's
like
not like
Nolan North had fun with this one, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it wasn't so like boring at times. Cause like I feel like that was like the thing when Nolan North came over. Like back when like Dinklebot, like I felt like Dinklebot felt like he had more of a personality
No, he
than
didn't.
Nolan
Shut up.
North.
He was so
That
freaking
wizard came
dry,
from the
man.
moon. I don't know. Maybe it was just like the voice,
Maybe.
but it just felt like he was more like comic. But I thought Nolan North did a really good job, and especially that story mission. It was fantastic in
I
terms
can't
of dialogue.
imagine. What's his name again? Lannister? Tyrion Lannister?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's his name. I can't imagine him trying to do the things he does in that mission. Like him trying to
yeah.
do the voice. Yeah, it doesn't work. Um,
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's like an actor, where Nolan North is a voice actor. So
yeah. Uh, but yeah, overall, I think this the story they did a better job at telling the story in this one. Uh, they actually get into
my,
the backstory of the Fallen and tell you straight up what happened to them, which is really good.
mm-hmm,
Because a lot of that stuff is buried in lore. Like you would have to read it in books and stuff. But
yeah,
I like that they're bringing it front and center now and being like, this is what happened to the Fallen. This is like what happened with Aramis and like why she's so mad. This is the group that she found like her new home, and
the Elixir.
yeah, and yeah, they talk about Alexei. They straight up say Alexei. There's a lot of good stuff.
My there is my like one kind of like complaint with the story was like I felt like they did a really bad job of like coming up with like in terms of like a reason on why like the planets disappeared.
Yeah, I like again that stuff is buried in lore, so they haven't really said anything.
Cause like basically like in the opening cutscene, they just say is they lost communications
Yeah,
to like Io and Titan and stuff and Mercury, and I'm just like, well, like I felt like they could have done a better. Like we know why in terms of like development why it's gone, but like
yeah, in
in
game.
terms of like
I think that stuff is
yeah,
buried in lore. I've heard that it's because they've been corrupted by whatever the pyramid ships or whatever.
Darkness.
Um, but I haven't read it myself, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to kind of look into it.
But yeah, they didn't do a good job with that.
But yeah, overall, yeah, I thought the story was really well
I thought it was like
put
really
together.
like I thought the story itself was pretty short. Like all of a sudden it was like the final boss. It's like, oh wow, like we're already fighting Aramis. But I
Yeah,
don't know. It's kind of weird because like when you say campaign, like yeah, it's the story beginning to end, but then like after that, the story keeps continuing. You know, it doesn't end,
yeah,
and that's what they're doing with
yeah.
the whole
Like
living world thing. So
and like that's where I think it is cool. Like on terms of like because the campaign like the Aramis campaign itself, you could probably complete in like 4 to 5 hours, like taking your time and like not like rushing through everything. But if you were to do like everything else, you figure it's probably like 15 hours, if not more. And then on top of that, if you're doing that with 3 characters, I mean, that's 45 hours worth of content right there. And then we still don't have Season of the Hunt stuff yet, which drops Tuesday. Where like with Shadowkeep, we had everything. So I couldn't even imagine if Season of the Hunt would have dropped the same day with Beyond Light, it would have been very overwhelming just because there would have just been so much going on. So
yeah, and let's talk a little bit about Varix. He's back. He's the vendor for Europa. You go to him, and he has I don't remember. Do you remember what they're called? But he has like missions for you to do.
they're
They're
hunts.
called hunts. Okay, so
And then he has sabotage, which are like quest lines. And I'm not really for sure on terms of like what you're gonna get after completing all those. That's
Yeah,
something
so
I'm working on.
after the campaign, you can get currency called Hereafter. No, Here Always,
Hmm.
and you use that. You bring it to him. He to cash in the missions. I guess that's the way to grind out the guns that he has, which is the machine gun.
I'm assuming so, which I need to pick up
Well,
because
this week it's the
since they
machine
like,
gun. I think the scout rifle and something else. I can't remember.
I think maybe rocket
Okay.
or no, or maybe it was bow.
Yeah, bow. Bow was one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how you grind out your seasonal weapons or your weapons this DLC. Uh, it's good that it's not time gated. It's like mission gated. So like you have to do the
Hmm.
missions in a row. You can't just skip to the end.
Yeah.
So if you really want to grind all that stuff out right away, you can. I haven't bothered because I'm trying to get my power up. I don't think he
Yeah, I
gives
haven't
you.
actually even
I don't think he
touched
gives you
them.
powerfuls for those. I think they're pretty
Probably not.
on
I
level.
mean, they did a pretty there's not a whole lot of stuff that gives you powerful.
No, it's basically
Like,
the three core activities pretty much. And
yeah, and then like the best thing right now to do is comp, which I mean, comp was the best thing to do back in Shadowkeep, but
yep,
that's if you want to put yourself through comp.
yep.
Which I've played very little comp, and I think I'm like a 12, 20. I'm a 12-22. I might be a 12-23, but I have 2 exotics that would be my highest power, so I can't really equip those. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's without artifact. So,
So yeah, we kind of just been going all over the place here. So thoughts on the story that was done. Thoughts on quality of life changes. Love the dark mode. It's great.
yes, thank God. I don't actually want to turn on Destiny, become blind.
I like how it loads you
So
in right
nice.
into dark mode if you're a veteran player, but if you're a new player, you can choose between the two.
Actually, I didn't realize there was a choice.
Yeah, like if you want to, you can
I
go
just
into
thought
your
they.
settings and change it back to light if you want.
Who in the world would do that?
But if you're loading up for the first time, it'll ask you light or dark, which is pretty
Actually,
fitting.
yeah, no clue.
Uh,
Yeah,
I think they did a lot of changes to the way things look too.
yeah. There's a visual
Like things
update
are
in
just a
terms
lot
of
more
like.
detailed, like in icons and just the game itself.
Hence, that's why like there's certain performance issues going on with consoles and PCs because I'm gonna guess it's not optimized correctly or there's a bug in like the coding because like
Yeah, a few people in our clan are having issues. I know you said you had issues with your GPU using 100% of its usage.
yeah, and I mean, and I have a 2080 Ti, so like that shouldn't be an issue. Like I'm running at like 1080. Like I'm not trying to run like 144 FPS at 4K. It's
Yeah, JD had to reinstall Windows for some reason.
I think he had the Windows issue like he had.
Yeah, well, I mean, he just did a clean, clean install on his computer, and it finally started working properly. Because he had frame issues before. For me, I haven't had any issues. Like it's been a smooth ride so far, so I've been pretty lucky. I got that streamer RNG, as we like to say.
Hey, I got some RNG last night with my drop, so I can.
Yeah, that's where you get the good RNG is the job. Me, it takes me fucking forever to get a pair of arms that's higher.
Hey, you got arms from Shax, the homie. He's telling you to play more Crucible, man.
Yeah, I need to
That's
work
why he
out
gave
more.
you the arms.
Yeah, the quality of life changes is pretty good. I like the new Triumph screen that they've made.
Yeah, it's really good.
I think they've reworked it almost completely.
The new Triumph screen that we have now, it's very familiar if you're a D1 vet to like the Grumore scores back in D1 because it's like it has like Kill Fallen and like I think there's like certain fallen people you have to kill, and then it has like get certain kills with like a weapon. So like it made me feel very similar to like D1 with some of the triumphs that they added into the game. I was like, oh, that's kind of
nice. What else have quality of life changes
Europa,
have been made?
the weather.
That's not a quality of life.
I don't know if that's really a quality of life change, but
no, it's kind of cool. I didn't expect my sparrow to go flying off if it was storming.
Actually, I don't know if you could actually say this is a quality of life change or not. But sparrows.
Oh yeah, they all instantly summon now. Yeah, that's a quality of life change. Sure.
But well, there's that, and then you have they just stay there. I don't know if it's a bug.
They don't just stay there, dude. They disappear.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
100% they do. I know you.
Dude,
said,
there's sparrows.
I know you said they just stay there, but like I got off my sparrow, walked around a little bit, and then it was gone. Like normal.
No, dude, there's sparrows all over the place.
Maybe you just have a lot of people in your lobbies, and they're leaving sparrows everywhere.
I don't know. I'm seeing people like even on Twitter posting. I'm telling you, like I don't know if it's a bug or because I like sparrows are everywhere for me.
No,
and like there's nobody around.
Yeah, they disappear like a few seconds after I get off, like normal. But always on time is apparently faster.
Yeah, it's a bug. I think it's a 190, not a 160.
It's crazy.
And the thing books. I would like to see them like introduce more 190s.
Instead of trying to fix it, they just make more sparrows faster.
Yeah, why not? Get us prepared for SRL.
I need some underglows for my sparrows.
Some neon lights.
Pimp out. I need to have a sparrow customizer.
I said earlier they need to have a sparrow with a side cab.
Side cab. Yeah, like multi-person mounts would be really cool. They have those in other MMOs, like Final Fantasy 14 has the car from 15 in it, and that's a 4-person mount.
And the one thing I'm still upset about, I mean, there's a few things, I guess. We still don't have an emote wheel.
Yeah, we don't. You are right about that. I wonder what's taking them so long to do it.
Like, how, like... There are just so many emotes.
Yeah, you have all these good
but no place to put them.
Emotes. You can't use them.
Like...
You're limited to 4. It's disappointing.
It is.
Have you played the New Light experience?
I have.
And how is
it? It's really good.
Yeah?
It's really good. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better than Shadowkeep's, like a lot better.
What do they have you doing?
So it's spawning. It's literally like the very first mission of Destiny. Spawn in, Ghost like reses you, talks to you. You go into like that factory, blah blah blah, kill Fallen. And then what's his name? The vendor on Good Cosmodrome. Sean Hall?
Yeah.
Hall. Sends out like a dispatch, but like you're not able to communicate with him, so you meet up with him. And then like they do like a really good job like making like they take like a few of the missions from D1, but they like redo them to fit like Destiny 2. Like to make it make sense for like new light players. So it's kind of cool like replaying some of those missions and being like, oh, like I remember doing this the first time I logged on to Destiny on like this mission, because it's like it's the same, but like the dialogue and it's just like there's a few changes that make sense. And then I really like what they did with the Omegle strike, because it's not actually like Omegle, but like it's built. The mission, like the strike from start to finish, is basically almost identical until you get to the boss.
Yeah, that boss room, it's completely different.
Yeah,
There's a lot more
it's a little bit
space.
different, but there is, and I still think there's some type of reasoning for like the door, like underneath, that's kind of like blocked off with like whatever like hive
The hive portal?
magic. Yeah,
Okay.
I think there might be something like that involves like maybe with the season of the hunt or something like that, but we'll see. So I figure, oh, maybe new light, because I was like, we're doing it. I was like, oh, maybe we have to like actually like go through here and like grab something. But no, they did a really good job with like new light, like much better than Shadowkeep. So I do feel a little bad, like in terms of like if like you're a new light player coming into like Destiny 2, it's not really a good time just because like there isn't a whole lot of content to play. Compared, back when like Shadowkeep, we had like all the old raids, and like you had Red War, Curse of Osiris, and Warmind.
Yeah, the old raid, like there's no free raids now, right?
No, and so I was talking with the clan last night, and like the play would have been, I think we even talked about this on the podcast. There's no reason why Forsaken is still like $40.
I think they're on. I think they're like 25 each now.
You sure? It might be more expensive one, because I remember Aldrin saying it was like $40.
Okay.
But
I saw people talking about it being 25 now, so that's why.
Yeah, it's 25 for Forsaken, and then 25 for Shadowkeep.
I wouldn't mind if like the Forsaken stuff was free.
Yeah, they should have made Forsaken free for new light players.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, like you're not really gonna get the sales really generating, like people aren't gonna like really buy Forsaken.
The only thing that's like locked in there is like the story, the new subclasses, or well, the old subclasses.
Well, and you can get the new subclasses with Shadowkeep.
Oh, okay.
If you only have like, if you would choose to buy one, and you bought Shadowkeep for some reason over Forsaken, you would get your subclass. Is what Aldrin was saying
in the raid.
But they should have made Forsaken free.
If not Forsaken, the raid maybe.
But like at the same time, like you're gonna make people buy like Forsaken for $25, and like nothing is relevant in that content.
Just the campaign, like.
Yeah,
I know you don't play a whole lot of games for campaign, but a lot of people do.
So a lot of campaign games. The only campaign game I don't play is Call of Duty.
No, you don't play single player games. You never play God of War or Horizon or anything like
that. Yeah, that's why I've played like literally all the God of War games, even the PSP versions.
Yeah.
But like in general, like I just feel like it would generate more sales for like Beyond Light. Like you want to make sure that you have good content available. Like in terms of like, since it's free to play, like you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna gain more than you are gonna lose by putting Forsaken free. Is like basically what I would say, like you're only gonna gain from that. Like
yeah, they've already done the move where they made the first year free in the third year, so you might as well just follow that pattern of like the previous 2 years being free.
And like I think Forsaken is definitely worth the purchase, like for $25. Like it's one of the best like campaigns we've seen. You can put it up there with King or Taken King, and then obviously I would even put Beyond Light up there now.
Yeah,
I think Beyond Light was really good.
More? Do I like Forsaken or the Beyond Light more? Having that debate,
but it's too early still for Beyond Light. I want to see like
it's promising. It's very good.
It is.
Yeah.
So like the value is definitely worth it, but it's how many people are actually gonna go back and buy Forsaken? Like Shadowkeep, I can understand because it's like a year old, like so it's still like kind of fresh, but like the move I would do from here on out if I'm Bungie is when the next expansion comes out, I make Shadowkeep and Forsaken should be free. I then sunset all that stuff, which is already sunset, but everything that isn't paid for is sunset. Like, so then going into next year, we'll have Beyond Light, and then whatever the new expansion's called. And then whenever something goes free to play, that stuff becomes sunset. But that probably won't happen.
One thing we didn't talk about is the stasis abilities. So I've only played Titan and Hunter, and I like I actually come around to the Hunter side for those abilities, liking them. Because you're throwing the glaives,
really good for PV.
They freeze enemies. They also bounce off of enemies as well, so you could hit like 3 or 4 of them in a row.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're pretty good. The grenade, like I think everyone has the same grenade. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But everyone starts off with the first one, anyways, which is the wall of ice. And the wall of ice,
I think maybe
kind of it's okay. Like if you throw it too far, if you throw it too close, like it's pointless.
It's more of used as like a defense.
Yeah.
Than anything.
Yeah. Try getting grenade kills with that grenade. It's not fun.
Honestly, grenade kills with all 3 stasis is impossible. Because like they don't count as like you don't really do damage, and when they're frozen, it doesn't count as a grenade kill.
And then,
at least I don't think it does.
And then the super as well for the Hunter is pretty good. Because the reason why it's good is because it creates the whirlwind, and anything that gets caught in that gets frozen, and it takes damage over time.
I really like it for PvE.
Yeah,
it's really good in PvE. PvP, it's alright.
It's like anything that does damage over time without you firing it. It's like anarchy levels of good. But the Titan one is it's still not great.
It's fantastic.
It's still not great.
It's good.
The melee ability sucks.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. Yeah. You have to be within a certain distance away from an enemy before you can do the lunge. And like on the break, on one side of things, you don't need to run. Like you don't need to run and lunge. You can just do it from a standing position.
Yeah.
But on the other side, you have to be within a certain distance. Also, it whiffs like 85% of the time.
Okay, so this is something I was also saying, and I was doing this with like ninjas in my Discord chat fire team. You actually have to release melee on the enemy you want to hit.
What does that even mean?
So when you're holding your melee button down and you get close to your target, you want to release your melee. And that's when it activates the hit. Because are you holding your melee down?
Yeah, and
then it... Oh, really?
Yeah, I just press it.
Oh, see, I was holding it all the way down, and it was just like, I would fly past them and hit the ground, but as soon as you, like, get close to your enemy and you release it, it hits them.
I didn't know you can hold it down. Like, I would just press it, and he would just lunge forward, and...
No, yeah, you hold it down. They did a really bad job explaining this melee.
Okay, so maybe that'll...
It's better. It's better, but it's still not good, just because of, like...
Because, like, when I press it, he doesn't do, like, a short, like, melee lunge. He does the full lunge with, and if he's close enough, you'll hit him. But...
Oh, yeah, because I would fly around with it.
Oh, yeah, right? You would actually fly around? Wow.
I would just jump up and fly and just kind of... Not, like, fly, like, not, like, Warlock, but or, like, Thunder Crash, but, like...
Huh. All right, I'll have to give that a shot because I only just did the lunge. Okay.
Yeah, try that out. It's still not good, but like it's better.
Interesting. And then also the super is the super. Okay, so you right click to do your ground pound and it freezes enemies around or whoever gets caught in the wave. And then you also do your left click to do a lunge and punch them to shatter them. And sometimes the lunge misses again. The lunging is really bad. They need to fix that.
Yeah, the hitbox for that or
Yeah.
whatever the
So
issue
sometimes that misses.
is really bad.
Sometimes you get back your super energy, I guess, for enemies that you killed while shattered or while frozen. Um,
I haven't really used the Titan Super that much, so I don't
so
know.
yeah, you get your energy back for that, which
It's
is pretty
Titan.
good. But I feel like it doesn't do like a whole lot of damage. It's probably more. It's more. I think it's more meant for cannon fodder.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like right now, like Titan's got the shaft for stasis.
I
Like
haven't
if
played
I'm
Warlock
still
yet,
running,
so you'll have to tell me about that.
I like Warlock. Warlock is really good in groups, just because you can just freeze everything, and then like you right click and you just send like this like I don't even know like
AOE attack.
pulse. Yeah, like you send a pulse and it will just damage everything and like shatter all the frozen enemies. I'm still getting used to it like in PvP. But the melee is really good in PvP. It's actually like OP in PvP. But like I felt like Warlock was good. Like I enjoy Hunter probably the most just because of like I really like the throwing knives. Or not really knives, but
It's more of a glaive.
Yeah. Than anything, and like their super is really good too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's Warlock and Hunter, and then like Titan's like really below in terms of stasis.
Yeah, I haven't used it. I haven't really used it in Crucible, but in PVE, it's good in like trash mobs, dealing out trash mobs because
Yeah.
I find it really satisfying of just freezing everything and then just smashing through them like nothing.
Yeah.
You can also just run through enemies when they're frozen and it'll break them.
Mm-hmm.
Like bad, like not bad, like trash tier mobs. It'll do that. But anything other than that, it's not great.
Yeah, it's they got kind of shafted. Like I'm not gonna lie with the stasis, but like I think that could be kind of like change with like maybe some of the hitbox
Yeah, some fine
in terms
tuning
of
would be
like
really nice.
so.
All right.
But
So next up, power grind. I don't know if you have anything to say about power grinding. Is it too hard?
I think we kind of already addressed it like early on, but like it was definitely like I was not expecting it to be as long
Yeah, because
as it
Shadowkeep
is,
kind of spoiled us.
but I'm enjoying it. So keep grinding, Guardians.
I'm kind of worried that I might not make light level by the time Saturday rolls around, but we'll see.
Oh, you're gonna make it.
I'm gonna die trying. And then we talked about the lack of loot already, right?
Yeah, kind of with sunsetting. A lot of people. I don't know if you've been on Reddit recently.
Here and there.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Which doesn't surprise me. It's Reddit. I'm
Give them a week and they'll say
not.
they love it.
Yeah, I'm not jumping on board on the terms of like where's all the loot type deal.
Well, you
I want
gotta,
to see
gotta
what we
imagine.
receive.
We don't. I don't think we have the like not the like we have the seasonal gear, but we don't have the season of the hunt gear or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we also don't have the raid gear yet, so that's coming. That's the only things I can think
There's
of.
been like rumors and people like speculating that we're gonna see a dungeon after the raid. I don't think
I
so,
don't
but I
know.
do think something else
Yeah.
is going to happen once the raid is done.
Like maybe a new strike or something, because they've done that before.
Yeah, and that could potentially, because I mean, if they would drop, say, if they dropped a dungeon, I mean, that could be,
That would be big.
you know, just 10 pieces on one character. So, like, I don't think, I
See,
know that was kind of like people rumored,
See, if
speculated,
they do
but
drop a
like,
dungeon, it doesn't make me believe that it will be new armor. It could be a Shadowkeep situation where it'll just be the armor from Europa.
yeah, they could do that too, and it's masterwork, which I would honestly be okay with. But we'll see. If they had weapons, though, that would be nice.
Yeah.
But I do think something's going to happen after the raid. I don't necessarily believe dungeon wise, but I think we'll see some type of something happening. I don't know, like secret mission or just like another strike, which might have like a few pieces of loot or.
JD correctly asks us in chat: is there new Trials gear this season?
There is.
It's either going to be this season or in the next season or the season after that. There is going to be new Trials gear. They just never said when exactly, and they said it will last from year to year. So that made me think, like, when Season of the Worthy started, it would start there, because that's when Trials came back.
Oh, yeah, they might do that too.
But also, Sully has a pretty good point with it being this year, because you might as well start from the beginning of the year, right? Of a year.
Yeah, because I was thinking they're going to do every expansion.
Yeah.
But it's going to be new Trials.
That's a good point too, yeah. So new Trials gear is coming. We just don't know when.
With Adept. Adept is
this
active.
season. It's active.
Yep. Yeah. Adept weapons. And mods.
Yep. I really like the Ghost mods.
Oh, yes. That was another really nice change in Beyond Light for quality of life.
Yeah,
that was something that needed to happen with Shadowkeep.
Now.
Yes. Like, that is like the first thing that you need to do is whatever ghost you want to run. If you're running 3 of the same ghost, I don't care what type of ghost you're running, but put whatever ghost you're on and just max it out.
Yep.
That should be the first thing that you do. Put whatever the highest seasonal XP.
I think I'm going to be doing like one for strikes, one for planetary stuff, like going around finding materials. One for Crucible, one for Gambit.
Oh, see, I just swap out.
Oh no, I need to have a bunch of different ones.
I just swap out my stuff. I mean, it's 500 glimmer. Like, we ain't broke over here, boys.
Yeah, I'm going to be spending way more materials on upgrading my ghosts than I would be if I just swapped out the mods. But yeah, I need to run a few for like each specific area. Yeah, I need to pull a few ghosts from collections, like the.
Yeah, I do want to kind of like look around and like see what ghosts are running. My hunter's running the.
I need to get the snow globe out.
The snow globe's really cool. I really like the Broken Traveler one.
I have that one. Yep.
Which one? What is my hunter running? It's the one with. Looks like maybe like Siva's on it, and it's like.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Sparkling red.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it though.
That's one. It's really cool looking. But yeah, I should probably look around. But yeah, this was a move that should have happened with Armor 2.0.
Oh.
I'm glad that we.
So some of the ones that I am running right now is the Awakened Shell, which is the Broken Traveler, the Harpy Shell.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
The Titan Shell, the Lunar Lander Shell, the Saint 14 Shell. I have my snow globe. I need to upgrade that.
One of the new seasonal ghost shells. What was it called? It was like
the Bit Defender one.
Yeah, that thing was sweet looking. I was like, oh, that's the one I'm getting for sure.
I was talking with JD this morning, and we were like, damn, this thing looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm like,
I really like that one. It's all like, it's got like old 8-bits all over it. It's Looks like something out of Minecraft, really. Yeah, there's a bunch here. I have my Warlock shell. I need to pull some out. There's a lot. Needs to be done. Ghosts.
There's a lot of good things to be happy about right now with Beyond Light, but there's still there's some bad things, but hopefully we figure those out. I'm just interested in seeing how the rest of this year is gonna play out.
Yeah.
With Destiny 2, like.
Yeah, we'll see if because they said they're gonna focus on the core activities this year, and so is the focus on that gonna be good enough to make us not want to pine for a sundial, or a menagerie type of activity?
Or Vex Offensive.
No one pines for Vex Offensive.
Honestly, like, on like some real talk though, like, if you eliminate, like, right now, just kind of like on how annoying and like frustrating maybe Crucible is with stasis, but we're just talking like weapons. Crucible feels really good right now. Like, hand cannons, the changes in hand cannons are really good. Like, I feel like sniping, like, the aim assist is definitely a big difference. So, like, I feel like there's going to be a lot more shotgunners because of the aim assist not necessarily being there. So, like, I feel like you're only going to have, like, typically your top snipers sniping. Just because, like, there is a nice little difference in terms of, like, aim assist.
One shell that... okay, so sorry to go back to the shells, but one shell I really wanted to use all the time, but never used because their traits were garbage, was the Sunshot shell, which is a shell that just looks like Sunshot. So, I don't run that. JD and Ninja say they want to see a taco shell.
Taco shell would be nice.
Yep. And then JD asks us what the thoughts on loot that used to be tied to activities such as Anarchy being purchasable for everyone. So for those kind of for the raid exotics specifically, it has to be you have to have this currency from raids that you get after completing a raid.
You get it from every encounter.
Every encounter? Okay. I haven't run a raid since it started. So.
Yeah, you get it for every encounter.
So that's good. I don't know how much you get. How much do you get for each encounter?
Let me pull up Dim because I'm pretty sure it's in my Postmaster. So we ran Garden I don't know. We ran Garden one of the days. I don't remember.
Probably like Thursday.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe. Let me go to my inventory.
Hey, Abba.
Where? Well, I don't know where these things went.
Okay, great. You got the currency from the raid, and you're just like, screw this, I don't need this crap anyways. I'm kind of disappointed.
I don't know, you get like... Go on.
I'm kind of disappointed with Zur. You can only hand in one cipher a week. You can't just hand in multiple ciphers.
Oh, you get 12 of them. So, well, I got 12 of them for the entire thing of Garden of Salvation, so 3 per counter.
And you need like 100 of those or something, right?
I don't know on how many you need.
I think it's fine, because like, what else are you going to do with those exotics? You're just going to get rid of them and no one can ever earn them again? There would need to be a way to get them.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Now, are the catalysts in there?
I have not received the catalyst yet for the sleeper simulant. It's not in there, like, it's not, like, purchasable.
I wonder if you can, like, if you buy the gun, if it gives you the catalyst.
That's the thing. That's what I'm kind of iffy about, because I don't know, because I haven't bought any of those guns, because I have them all. I don't know where they hid the catalyst. Sleeper's the only one that I'm interested in.
What, you don't want Telesto?
I already have it.
No, I don't.
Telesto is probably a better catalyst, because just more ammo for you to shoot. I also went and picked up Not Forgotten from there as well. It cost me a lot. I'm probably never going to use that gun, but I just wanted to complete my collections.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably do the same.
Yeah, it costs us a lot though, so if you're not ready for that investment, don't do it.
So, as my community knows, we hit that sub goal, and I was like, okay, can't have all these raid banners. So the rest are gonna go to freaking Boon of the Crucible. Did you happen to see the thing I sent you?
Yeah, they're useless.
They're
Yeah,
they're
use them.
useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you dismantle them for the amount of currency that you bought them for. I was just like,
Yeah.
Well, I guess I still got 2,500 raid banners at least.
Yeah.
I was like,
at least you got your legendary shards so you can buy your stuff from Spider.
yeah, I'm actually full on prisms right now. I actually have prisms going to my vault. Or not my vault, my postmaster.
Yeah, I don't grind out the strikes as much as you do.
I just haven't used them, to be honest. So I'm just chilling.
Alright, so if there's no more questions, let's get into the TWAB.
Twab.
Do you want to take over the TWAB or you want me to read the TWAB?
You can take over.
Season of the Hunt is live now. Wait, Season of the Hunt is live now? What? But it really gets going next week when season's mission kicks off with the Wrathborn hunts begin. Prepare to stop Shivu Arath from attempting to seize power with the help of a familiar ally. Till then, don't forget to grab this new seasonal artifact. Just try not to mess up Zavala's office when you're in there. Okay, so that's something that's kind of messed up. Is that they didn't tell you where to get the artifact. And so the only way to find out where to get it is if you looked online or if you had a friend tell you. And then recently, they had a splash screen come up and say, next week, go to Zavala's office and pick up the artifact. It's like, well, that's kind of late, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was something they could have done way better with, honestly.
They could have. Actually, one thing they did really cool with is the dialogue has been changing in Zavala's office with Osiris.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because Osiris is just hanging out in the tower now.
Yeah, he is. He's just chilling.
Yeah. So they finally say it's cosmic ice. So we won. It's ice now. Thank you, everybody. We're seeing guardians out in the wild who have claimed stasis as their own and embrace pathway to many abilities, some considered to be unnatural. There are many aspects and fragments still left to be discovered that will allow you to further customize your new powers. We wanted to give you some additional info on how these new status effects will hinder your opponents. This is not info the Vanguard would tell you. Oh, I also wanted to bring up, what about the thing that we got from Festival of the Lost? Has that been found out yet? Or no? No?
Nope, not that I know of.
Is it just a toothbrush?
No, I think it's going to be used. I think it'll be used when season of the hunt actually kicks off at some point.
Because I'm starting to think it's just a toothbrush now. So
I don't think they would have made it legendary, but maybe, I guess. Because like the toothbrush and the ramen coupon were both common. So
yeah, but that transcoder thing was legendary. It did lead to something, but you could still hold on to it in case there was something else. But there was. Stasis slow.
So we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. Against combatants, slow will shut off combatants' movement abilities and slow their movement. Against players, it will slow and reduce movement speed, reduce ability, regeneration rates, suppress movement abilities, jump dodge, etc. Reduce the following weapon stats: ADS speed, ADS move speed, weapon reload speed, weapon handling, weapon kick direction, and reduces weapon accuracy. For freeze, all targets, freeze could be shattered by damage. Shattering a freeze causes to do AoE damage to the frozen target and all targets nearby, including other frozen targets. Freeze lasts for some duration before crumbling off. Unlike shattering a freeze that crumbles does not do any damage to the frozen enemy or nearby enemies. Against combatants, freeze will lock all non-boss combatants in place for the duration of the effect. Bosses will automatically shatter out of after some duration. Against players, freeze will lock players into place when applied for the duration of the effect, while frozen players will have their class ability replaced with the new breakout ability that allows players to exit their freeze early at the trade-off of health. The damage this breakout does can be reduced by the resilience stat. More resilience, the less damage you take. And I didn't know that until Lance came into my stream and was like, you can just let it melt and not take damage. Like, oh.
Yeah, I think it needs to be flipped. I think if you break out, you take no damage, but if it stays there, like there should be like a shatter effect after like the ice breaks.
Yeah, I think the damage you take when you break out is way too much.
Yeah, it needs to be completely flipped. Just because like you're gonna punish me here, and now this dude's gonna like shoot me across the map because he's a warlock. Yeah.
Or do I break out
because I don't want to
have 1 HP and then
still die
and then still die?
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's. So I'm hoping this gets flipped, but who knows if that's even possible.
Yeah. I would like to see just the damage reduction in the breakout. In PvE, anyways, I would get frozen from full health, breakout, and be at nearly dead.
Yeah,
that's too much, I think.
It is.
So also against players can activate their supers to immediately break out in super state, which is nice. I didn't know that either. Against players in roaming supers, locks players in place until broken out. Players will quickly shatter out and take a small amount of damage. Against one-off supers, suppresses super and locks players in place until broken out or expires. All player freeze rules apply here. So I guess one-off supers is like Nova Bomb, Tether.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Like while they're casting.
Oh, yeah.
Stasis is a new damage type, and we're excited to see how Guardians harness this new power. As always, we are monitoring community feedback and checking analytics data to consider for future tuning of the sandbox. While we are on the topic of stasis, we have some new wallpapers for you, and I like a lot of these wallpapers.
They're pretty nice. Yeah, actually, I need to put this, the first one as my background. This is really sick.
The all three or the Titan?
The all three. Okay. No, the Titan. Come on.
What?
Get out of here.
Come on. The Titan one is the best.
What is this?
He's doing the Superman punch.
Oh yeah, he's gonna miss because the hitbox is so bad.
Alright. Alright, can you take over? I got a knock on my door. I gotta mute everything.
Sure. When it's time to launch new content, our player support team are the virtual room where it happens, making sure you're informed of all the states of the game and keeping track of known issues. This is their report.
I'm doing a podcast.
Connection and server issues. Ever since Monday, November 9th, we've been investigating server stability and various error codes, including guitar, regular, and we'll provide more information once it becomes available. Beyond Light licensed season passes. Welcome back. Many players have reported to us that purchase Beyond Light but don't have the season pass and can't access the campaign after the first mission. Season pass are included in the standard edition of Beyond Light, so players who purchase this edition will have to purchase a season pass in the game. Additionally, season passes can't be shared between accounts. For those sharing the expansion on console, the main console has to be downloaded Beyond Light first before the second console can access that content. That's kind of cool, actually. I didn't realize you could share.
Are you talking about Xbox, or are you just talking about in general?
In general for Destiny 2.
I just don't know where you are in the notes.
I just got the Xbox, so.
Okay. Do you want to go through all of these, or skip it?
Probably just skip it. Well, here's an NVIDIA Reflex in Destiny 2 PC. Destiny 2 on PC now supports integration with NVIDIA Reflex SDK for compatible graphics cards. This improves responses and reduces click-to-display latency. Players can tweak their experience by following direction on our guide. So, I might be actually looking into this, actually. See if that helps with my GPU issue. But
yeah, some other updates earlier this week. We disabled the Rose hand cannon due to its RPM still being 150 instead of 140. We also noticed legendary drop rates were changed in the EDZ Widow's Walk's Lost Sector, which we corrected on Wednesday. If you still haven't migrated your BattleNet to Steam, get on that because that's going to end on December 1st. And
which, I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, probably have already.
And some other known issues. Fabled Warrior Triumph doesn't count weapons that were purchased from Moments of Lost Light's exotic archive. The Europa Patrol to the 9th power can't be progressed by warlocks using stasis.
Yes, I was I was doing this like the other day. I'm just like I'll get a bunch of kills, stay the same. I'm just like,
to be fair, they did tell everybody this before the game launched, so
but still, forget about that. Get hyped, new content. Forget about the past.
Forget about the patch notes for the future.
Yeah.
Sometimes vendors and enemies have model deformations, and I don't know if you've seen it, but it's just them like wigging out, like they're like going crazy.
Actually, I don't even know if I paid attention.
No, okay. I've had it happen once with Varix, and that was it. I saw someone, an old viewer of mine, he shared it on his Twitter, and it was the Exo Stranger, just doing the robot. It was crazy. Players who dismantle stasis fragments, you said this earlier. Stasis fragment quests must wait a week before picking up a new one. The 1-inch punch finisher won't kill enemies if players have stasis equipped, so don't use that. Kill-based weapon perks may work inconsistently on stasis frozen shatter kills. X+ players are experiencing crashes while in the tower, especially when opening the vault. So don't use the vault, just use dim.
Use dim.
Yep. Cutscenes suffer from severe stutter and result in extremely poor viewing experience for some PC players. I haven't had that, thankfully.
I haven't seen that either. Thank God.
Many multi-part emotes stop playing after their animation. Warlock's Frost Pulse can fail to freeze target if there's a difference in elevation.
Yep.
When using PlayStation Remote Play, controller settings is reset to default. And on Xbox One, the chat volume slider does not affect incoming voice chat volume. So that's all the issues that have been reported there. You have anything else to say about any of these images or videos?
No, I actually haven't looked at them. But I forgot that I think they're going to do Artists of the Week now, so that's really cool. I completely forgot about that. There's a lot of great art for Destiny content creators out there.
There's nothing at the end. It's just saying thank you everyone for playing, and we have more coming with the Season of the Hunt.
I kind of figured this TWAB was going to be like when it launched, it was going to be short because like they are going to take back like all the feedback from this week, and it might not even be the next week's TWAB, but the TWAB after. Hey, we'll really, I think, see some type of link on some upcoming changes.
So there was a bunch of patch notes that came out with this, obviously. So regarding vendor armor, Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit vendors now reward a prime version of their respective ritual engram for completing the weekly challenge. These engrams award the ritual's new Season of the Hunt armor as a knockout list until the full set has been attained, so that's pretty good. Once the full set is attained, the engrams drop rerolls of the ritual armor as well as roll drops or world weapons. Note this is on a per ritual basis, and each ritual engram assesses separately. All armor dropped from these engrams is high stat armor. The base non-prime version of Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit engrams now drops world armor until the respective ritual set has been obtained from the prime ritual engram. Once the ritual set has been obtained from the prime ritual engram, the low stat ritual armor will drop. Zavala, Shaxx, Drifter now sell low stat versions of their new Season of the Hunt armor. Armor must be obtained from the ritual's prime engram before it can be purchased. This I do not understand. Why do they sell low stat versions of their armor?
Yeah, I don't know. It should be on a weekly reset.
Like, honestly, like, I guess, like, for fashion purposes, but if
you've already attained it, so
if you've already attained it, you're already working in the fashion angle.
Mm-hmm.
It should either be like you can hand in coins and have a chance at a high power, like maybe 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 or something like that.
I mean, yeah, you could. The big thing is should be stats. Like you should have a chance to get a good stat.
Yeah, like you should be able to roll for a good stat. I just don't understand it. Like I bought one piece and I was like, what am I doing with my life? It's like 1050 too. It's not even good. It's terrible.
I don't know.
I hope they look at that and rework that at some point. Because I still have no reason to spend any of my coins. Engram previews for most gear engrams has been removed. I felt like that's like the previews were usually wrong most of the time, anyways. So okay. Following engrams have new versions created in Season of the Hunt: Legendary World, Prime, Crucible, Gambit, Vanguard, Gunsmith, and Iron Banner. Older versions of these engrams will be removed from the game in Season 13. Players with backstock of these engrams at the Postmaster are advised to extract and decrypt these engrams before the end of the Season of the Hunt. So it's a good thing I told my friend to decrypt all of his friggin' engrams because he just kept holding on to them. Yeah.
You want to kind of like skim through some of this stuff?
Yeah, that was the big one, was the vendor stuff.
Okay, I was about to say, or else.
Yeah, no, I think we talked about some of the stuff anyways from the previous week.
Yeah, I think we did.
The economy, for instance, is like the enhancement prisms 400 legendary shards. We talked about that already. Ghosts, we talked about that.
You already kind of talked about Shaxx spoons.
Yeah, there's a lot of this stuff we've already talked about. Player identity, you said you actually didn't notice any change?
No. Well,
for the creator character?
The creator character is basically the same.
Yeah.
What is the same? It's just it looks nicer. Like our Guardians look clean. The hair is more detailed. It just looks sharper on that end, but like in terms of like customization, it's literally the same. Nothing changed, other than like it's instead of male and female, it's like masculine and like whatever
feminine.
I don't know. They use 2 different words for it. So other than that, I think that was like really the only change in terms of like like for creating a character.
I will say the new version of Gambit, not a fan. I preferred Gambit Prime.
For Gambit Prime, I mean, to me, it's Gambit. Like
it just feels like there's no like catch up method now. There's like it feels like there's not.
Yeah,
like, you get the portals and all that, but it's not the same. Like there's no. The reason why I liked Gambit Prime more was because of the end fight, and sometimes I'll take longer, sure, but at least it gives you a chance to like invade and get kills so that they can't damage their primeval. They had damage phases, so you could try and time that out to invade. When
I
you're
definitely
damaging.
feel like it definitely rewards people that are in the lead, though.
Yeah, exactly.
This
like
version.
it's more of a snowball effect in this one. It's just if you're in the lead, you're gonna win like 90% of the time. That's why like the reason I like Gambit was that.
Well, when you and I were playing last night, like I was invading with Tranquility. Nobody else was invading. And I literally was using Tranquility as my invade. I didn't have heavy. I was using a PvE sniper. Like, and that's what I was using because nobody else would invade.
Okay.
So, like, I would give it some more time. To me, it's Gambit. Like, I understand, like, your thing, but, like, I could care less. Like, the games go by quicker, and that's all I care about.
I got a green shirt. I'm representing Gambit. I have a Gambit car. Anyways, it's just my early impressions of Gambit. You're right. I should probably give it some more time. Probably try to be an invader, because it seems like no one wants to invade anymore. Everyone...
Or nobody wants to pick up heavy.
Yeah, no one wants to pick up heavy. No one wants to invade. It's weird. It's like, who are these people that are playing Gambit? They don't know what Gambit is. But yeah, I liked... Yeah, again, I gave my reasons why I like the Gambit Prime, but we'll see how this goes. I'm just looking over some of this stuff. If there's anything I want to talk about. I think that's it.
This is actually a really good one. If we ever go for Petra's, fixed an issue. Well, I guess even with Petra's, this can't happen anyways. But in general, for running Last Wish, fixed an issue where dying while holding Ribbon's heart could cause the heart to disappear. Yep. So, like, if like you're just running Last Wish and doing Sherpas, that was a really annoying bug on that encounter, and that would always happen at the very end.
Alright, pick up the heart.
It seemed to...
Where's the heart?
Yeah.
It's like, oh!
Yeah. And obviously they removed flashpoints, and then falling challenges from the moon.
Yeah, they removed a lot of powerful...
And then there's a ton of...
Alright, that's gonna be it for us today. Sully, once you're ready, tell the people where to find you.
Alright. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch at Sully__games.
And you can find me, your host Thomas, on Twitter at Gameplay Stuff. Also on Twitch is Gameplay Stuff. We stream this show whenever. And we stream the Gamescast on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. You can email me, thomas@chargeshot.com, if you want to give us a code for review one of your games, or you want to be a guest on one of our shows. We have some content in the lineups. We got some PlayStation 5 coverage coming. I need to get working on that. It's going to be a very busy week for me this week, because I'm going to be staying up till God knows when, grinding out power, recording PlayStation 5 coverage, and then all this other stuff.
Just give me your an account for Steam.
And then also, I need to spend time with my girl. So lots to do here. Do I have anything else?
Just tell her this week's busy.
Yeah, she knows about the raid race, so it's all good. What else do I have? Review this show on iTunes. Give us 5 stars, and also share it with a friend. And I think that's gonna be it. So until then, Guardians, eyes down. Have a good day.